Hey guys, what's up? I want to make a video that I've done a couple of times before in the past, but it's always good to make these videos just to, number one, you have a new, fresh audience, or even if you're someone who's heard this video before or about the subject of the matter, it's always good to just get a refresher. Okay? And I'm doing these videos always simply to help people for what they don't have to do in the future. And when I say don't have to do, I mean like don't reinvent the wheel. So there are certain things in my life that I've gone through. I'm one of these guys who love to study human behavior, sociology. I love to see how, people interact with each other, how individuals are. And then I kind of like put them in little buckets, little groups. But like in my other videos, the buckets that kind of are the most prevalent in human existence is going to always be between the takers and the givers, okay? Now, I say that because, and unfortunately, everyone should be a giver. Now, like I said, I mentioned in my previous videos, it's good to receive. It is good to receive. But how you receive is just as important as how you give. So let me explain. I've been blessed and fortunate enough to have had, certain skill sets that I have that I'm able to help people with. So whether it be a drawing, a logo, an animation, maybe write an essay for somebody, maybe put together a business plan, a proposal, maybe it's teaching something for health, for the human body, for your physicalities, any myriad of things that I would help people with. Now, I've always been under the impression, and when I say always, I'm talking prior to maybe the last couple of years, I've always been under the idea that, you help people because you have. And while that is true, it is true, it's not sustainable for either you or the individual that you're helping to continue to give. Now, I love to give. Okay? What I don't love is the people who are not appreciative who receive. Now, you don't give to somebody so that they can be appreciative, okay? But after 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,000 comebacks, back and forth, you start to say, I think this guy really doesn't appreciate what it is that I'm giving or have been giving. And I think that's important, for not just on the personal level, but even on a business level. Like people always say, oh, my uncle works down the store, he owns the store, and, he kind of hooks it up, gives me this, gives me that, gives me this, gives me that. And, if every person went down to the store and they were your uncle or your father or your neighbor or your cousin, I mean, this guy will be out of business because, he's in the business of making profit. That's what business is, just to be honest with you. And so if he's just hooking everybody up, which you can do every now and then, but if you're just hooking everybody up, then you're basically dismantling the very thing that's able to help people. So help is something that should be done judiciously. It should be done sparingly, definitely done willingly. But one of the disparaging things about giving to people who don't appreciate is that they'll never really understand the value of what you're giving. So let's put value not in monetary senses. So not like I give you $5 and that's the value that I gave you, $5. Let's put value in necessity, okay? I'll speak for myself. There have been times that, I was completely broke. I didn't have my credit card. I didn't have any cash with me. And I knew I was going to starve that day. I mean, I already went into the day knowing that I'm not going to eat. And then, God will put somebody in your life and, just so happens you're having a conversation and they're like, hey, dude, I got this extra bagel that I thought I was going to eat. I don't want it. Do you want it? And boom. That bagel, even if it did cost let's say it costs $10. That $10 to you at the moment, at the time, had more value. It was actually invaluable because it meant something to you. And I know that this person didn't have to ask me, but they gave out of the kindness of their heart. It could have been that they gave because of the overflow, meaning they had more than they needed. It was superfluous for him to have another bagel, and so he gave it to me. And I'm still grateful for that. Now, on the flip side of that, it's like I've given a lot of stuff to people. And when it comes to work, for example, for where this is my trade, this is what I do, this is what I've been doing to earn a living for over 30 something years. And then you give somebody of your heart, of your time, of your efforts, of your skills. And then they come back and they're like, yo, this is so cool. Do you think that you can actually put this and make this a little bit red? And you're like, yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. All right. You're kind of little like taken back. And so you give it back and you do the red, and it almost takes the whole gift out of giving it, because now I'm modifying the gift. That's like, giving somebody a present in Christmas and they're like, yo, thank you so much. But before I open it, could you just change the wrapper? I really don't like green. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. And so I'll do that little modification and I'll give it to them. And they'll be like, you know what will be super sick? If you change this and if you added a little bit of, I'm just saying, like that would be cool. Because that little ribbon that you put on that was stupid. I don't know. I don't really like stupid ribbons like that. And so like, I don't know. And you're like, what just happened here? A gift became a chore. And now you have a choice. You can continue to embellish just so that you appease this person because they didn't like their gift. And then you do it and then kind of like resent it because it's like, sheesh, I originally gave out of my heart. And now I feel like this is a chore. And I say that in the work sense because in the business, you can go, if I worked in McDonald's and, I saw a homeless person that came in and I saw a family that was struggling, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give them, 3 Big Macs with fries and everything, and I'll just pay it out of my own money and just give it to them, right? So give it to them. But then, and they could be grateful for it. But then, on the next day comes and they're like, yo, you think you can kind of hook that up, like what you did yesterday? You did it yesterday. Come on. Not knowing that, I gave it to you, but I'm paying for that. I work at McDonald's. But you don't want to look like an anus. And so you say, well, okay, let me factor that in. All right, that's another $30 out of my paycheck. But okay, I'm going to hook you up this one more time. I can't do this all the time. And then now this person comes back another time, but now he doesn't have his family with him. And he's like, yo, it's just me. You don't have to do no, you don't have to do the 3 Big Macs and the meal, it's just for me. And it's like, what did you just create here? Giving should not be arduous. It should not be painful. It should not be something like pulling teeth. It's like you making $1 million and then having everybody tell you make too much money. You should give to this and you should give to that and you should give to this and you should pay for that and you should pay. You should? If you earn this money and you have this money, you should? Now granted, if you're making $1 million a year, for you personally, in your mind and in your heart, yes, you should be giving. But a person or a group should not be telling you should be putting it here and you shouldn't be doing this. It's like, how dare you? Who are you to tell me what to do with my money, especially hard-earned money? And that is the same when it comes to a gift. So that comes down to just pure elephant testicleitis. You have to have the biggest pair to receive a gift and then ask for modification for it and then ask for another modification for it and then ask for another modification for it. This is my way of thinking now. It's like, I'll give you a gift because I want to give and because I can. If you don't like the gift, you can take it, throw it away, give it to somebody else. But don't tell me how to modify or adjust or change the gift. And these are people who have absolutely no concern for what it is that you do. And it's at that moment that you realize, oh snap, I could be technically giving to this person forever and they'll never appreciate anything. And like a dummy, I'll be wasting my time, my breath, my creative prowess, my skill set, and my attributes to do all the things that I need to do. And let me just take it one step back, okay? In order for me to create the content, for example, content that I create, well, did you know that it costs me thousands of dollars to buy the software, to buy the books, the tutorials that I pay for, the computing power that you need, like RAM, the processing power, like hard drive, graphic card, like all of this costs money simultaneously while I'm working on my skill set. So like I'm always growing and learning with my skill set, but the money that has to go into keeping that balance of what I produce, my output, all of that, before I even thought of giving it to you, was already $100,000 project because it came from the heart, but it has all of this attached to it. And I think that what separates the ingrates from the grateful people are they just don't know. I want to believe they just don't know. But something inside of every human being innately, you know when you received something of value. And even if, again, we'll talk back to that $5, what that $5 means, or what that $5 bagel meant to me. If I got a $5 bagel, that meant the world to me. It wasn't a $5 bagel anymore. That was literally everything. You understand? That's the value. The value is in receiving the gift with as much love and openness as the person who gave the gift. Once you ask somebody, could they done this? Could you modify this? Could you change this? Could you add this? And then on top of that, make fun of them for picking the green bow instead of putting a red bow. Whoa, that's beyond limits. It's not a gift anymore. Now it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm debating with a person that I gave a gift to about what the gift actually means to them. Obviously, it doesn't mean anything to them because they're gonna want to keep on taking and taking and taking it. This is the difference between givers and takers. Takers always take. Now, there is a graceful way. I made a video maybe a year or two ago. I was always one, like, I just don't like getting stuff from people, you know. But I've learned that if you need help and someone's offering it to you, receive it and receive it gladly, okay? You can never be too proud. But people who receive and then have comments and then have modifications and then have updates, and they don't value you. So I'm telling you this to all the people out there, at least people that I know, who love to give and they love to give from their heart. You're going to have to stop. I know you love to give, but you're going to have to stop. Not stop giving in general, but stop giving to these people who just take. They don't appreciate you. And it's not just appreciating you, it's they don't appreciate the gesture. And if they don't appreciate the gesture, that's a deeper problem within them. That is something morally disconnected in them. And that's something they're gonna have to learn the hard way, one way or another. So for all you givers out there, please continue to give, but don't give to people who don't care, people who don't respect or honor your time, your value, your gift. And for those of you who love to receive, great, but receive with gladness, receive with love. And whatever it is you receive, take it, appreciate it. That's it. If someone gave you green socks and it warms you up at night when you don't have any heat, appreciate it. They're green socks, that's not your color, so what? The gift isn't the color. The gift is in what they thought of you when they gave it. So I hope this at least put some things in your mind to think of. And I'll probably continue making videos like this because I continue to, run into people like this, and I kind of just keep on learning to nip things at the bud because I am a giver. But at the same time, as I get older, I'm definitely not stupid anymore. All right. Hope this video edified you. I hope that you all know that at the end of the day, anything that I teach or espouse here, these are things that have been attributed to my life that I'm able to then, especially for younger people. And when I say younger, you could be even 1 year younger than me. And hopefully I have 1 year of more wisdom than you, for you not to reinvent the wheel and do something you don't need to. All right. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. Again, like always, comments, concerns, questions, whatever, you know what to do. All right. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. Peace.